welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from Bar Harbor, Maine. Today's verse is 1 John 3:8. The one who practices sin is of the devil, for the devil has sinned from the beginning. The Son of God appeared for this purpose, to destroy the works of the devil. Well, if there's ever a time where it's important to get this in context, this would be it. So let's look again at last week's verse, and I have the link right up here. Little children, make sure no one deceives you. I'm going to get back to that deception part. The one who practices righteousness is righteous, just as he is righteous. The one who practices sin is of the devil. That's today's verse. So we Christians used to be in the devil's camp. We used to be slaves to sin. We were in that realm of sin. But with a love relationship with Jesus, we have crossed out of the realm of sin, and we are now in the realm of righteousness. Whereas before we couldn't help but sin, now with the Spirit leading us, we can't help but do righteousness. Is it our own works? Is it our own righteousness? Absolutely not. It's His free and gracious work within us. Now, it says, for the devil has sinned from the beginning. That makes him very practiced at what he does. And what does he do mostly? He deceives. And he's very good at that. And one of the main ways he deceives us is by lulling us into think that we're a good enough person because we do good deeds. I give to the poor, I attend church, I sing the songs, I give a dish for the potluck at church, and I'm a good person. That must mean I'm a Christian. But I don't have that love relationship with God, so I'm still here in the realm of sin. I'm still a slave to sin, even though I'm a good person. It's an easy deception to fall into. Now, let's look at a famous cross-reference here, and that is in the Gospel of John, chapter 8. Jesus is having quite a heated discussion with the Pharisees, to the point where the Pharisees said, we are not born of fornication. We have one Father, God. They're basically accusing Jesus of being a bastard. But in verse 42, Jesus said to them, if God were your Father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and have come from God, for I have not even come on my own initiative, but He sent me. Jumping down to verse 44, you are of your father the devil, and you want to do the desires of your father. Now that's strong enough, but it gets even worse. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. Whenever he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own nature, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Very strong words spoken to a really extremist group. But a lot of people, as I mentioned before, are simply lulled into it. They're not extreme like these Pharisees. They're decent, good people, but they think they got salvation just by doing good works on their own initiative. Now it says in today's verse, the Son of God appeared for this purpose, to destroy the works of the devil. Now interestingly, that word works is usually translated as loose in the Bible. Isn't that interesting? For example, in Revelation, who is able to loose the seals? Or later in Revelation, Satan shall be loosed for a season after the 1,000 years. And in the Gospels, there was a mute man whose tongue was loosed. Or when Jesus said, go to a place and untie the colt, that's the same word. Or I am not worthy to loose his sandals, and so forth. So that's the same word. Also in the Gospel of Matthew, it says, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Jesus came for this purpose, to loose us, to free us from those binds of Satan, where we'll be stuck in the realm of sin. So let's choose to love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average Rich, and I hope you have a great week.